Hey, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. And YouTube has put out a new little changey poo to their terms of service. I've been getting hit with lots of notifications for various platforms that I frequent as of late and didn't dive into this one immediately, assuming, it's just kind of a whatever update, not a big deal. But yeah, I was kind of wrong. There's sort of a big announcement in this new, very short terms of service update. And again, before I had a chance to look at it in my email, I already saw there was just a rush of pissed off people reacting to a particular part of this new update. What YouTube is now claiming here, shout out to Cody Johnston. What YouTube is now claiming here in this new update is a right to monetize, which you would think, like, in concept, sounds pretty straightforward. YouTube is a private platform. They allow people to come onto the platform, users to come onto the platform and upload whatever content that they want. And just like any other social media platform, YouTube has the right to put advertisements on their platform, as does a Twitter, as does an Instagram, and so on and so forth. Again, in concept, doesn't sound too weird just from the title of it. But YouTube runs differently than those platforms. YouTube doesn't simply just put ads near or around your content. Much of YouTube's ad revenue comes from pre-roll ads that run directly before your content. It's like the ad is running on the piece of content that you made in the same way that it runs like as a commercial before a TV show or something like that. I mean, I'm assuming all of you are familiar with YouTube at this point. You get the concept. But what YouTube is claiming here is that they're now going to start running ads on a limited number of videos. Limited, what the hell that even means at this point for YouTube, considering how many billions of hours are uploaded to the platform, like what, every week, every month? I mean, who the hell knows? What is limited at this point? Is it 10 videos? Is it 10,000 videos? Like, what exactly is limited? I mean, really, the only meaning that it has in this context is that I guess they're not going to be running ads on every video. So rolling out ads on a limited number of videos from channels not in the YouTube Partner Program, which, if you guys remember, the rules and regulations around the partner program changed and became more stringent after the adpocalypse situations, because it was found that YouTube had been running ads on channels that were questionable or had some really heinous views and so on and so forth. And honestly, the decision to make the requirements for joining the partner program a little more stringent and having more of a human touch in the decision making behind that, I actually fuck with that decision. I think it, does YouTube and the community no favors whatsoever to just be partnering any and all channels willy-nilly and having high-grade advertisers and their products placed near, stuff like extremists and violent videos. I get that. I understand that. But changing those requirements, making them stringent once again, because back when I started on YouTube, you had to apply for the program and it took a long time and the requirements were a little dodgy and you didn't know if you were really going to get picked or not. Well, now that those requirements have been tightened up once again, it puts YouTube in a position where, well, what if some random viral video happens on a channel somewhere and tens of thousands or millions of people are watching it and they're flooding it, and we can't put that channel, or we have not put that channel into the partner program, and we can't monetize that video? What are we going to do? I mean, on YouTube, there are probably untold numbers of videos that are going viral on random channels, random accounts, for any number of reasons. And if they're making the entry into the partner program more stringent in order to prevent themselves from getting in trouble, then yeah, I imagine it makes monetizing those types of videos on those types of channels rather difficult. Now, their solution to this problem is to run ads on those videos without adding the channels that they're on into the partner program and not share any of the money. This is one of the douchier things that YouTube has announced. I myself am not as critical of the platform as I think a lot of people have been over the years, and I understand that YouTube is a large corporation with a lot of users, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of money, a lot of layers of management, and they have a parent company. I don't expect them to be run perfectly, but at the very least, I expect YouTube to do right by its users, and this to me does not read at all as being right by its users. And I guess I worry about potentially bad outcomes arising as a result of this. Will YouTube not care as much about partnering smaller or growing channels on account of, well, we're just going to emphasize instead monetizing random videos on random channels and just profit off of that because we've already, kind of put it into the fine print here that we don't have to give anybody any money to monetize their shit if we don't feel like it. So I worry about that, and I also worry about, couldn't this just end up putting YouTube in the same hot water that they were before? Are they going to be manually reviewing every single video that they're going to be monetizing that isn't a part of a channel in the partner program and deciding from there, well, yeah, let's just make sure the ads go on this, and let's make sure the ads go on that, let's make sure the ads go on this other thing? That's a lot of effort. That's a lot of man hours. There has to be some degree of automation to this, I believe, at the end of the day. And considering how imperfect YouTube has been at applying such things up until this point, will we eventually see ads running again on questionable content, on content that is going to get the platform and the community in hot water, on content that is going to cause more advertisers to leave the platform? This just doesn't really reflect all that well on YouTube as a platform. And as somebody who's been on YouTube for a very long time, I would like to continue to be, I don't know, kind of proud that I'm on YouTube and happy that I'm on YouTube, and would like to tell other people that I use YouTube and have faith in YouTube as a platform, which is why I continue to be on YouTube. But this definitely shakes my confidence in terms of what the future of monetization is going to be on the platform. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Make sure to leave yours down in the description. We will put down below a link to the updated terms of service page and, the forum page over here that you could find this on, and you're the best. I'll see you guys in the next video. Over here next to my head is another one that you can check out. Anthony Fantano, YouTube, TOS, forever.